Hey guys, it's Stephanie. So this is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while. It's a little bit different than the other videos that I posted, but it's a really big part of my life. So here it is. I had $113,158 dollars of student loans when I graduated. So currently when I'm filming this, it's been exactly a year since I started my debt-free journey. So I kind of just wanted to talk about some of the things that I've done and where I'm at in my debt payoff and where I hope to be in the future. So to get started, my total number when I graduated school in August of 2019 was $113,158. And that came from mostly my doctorate degree. So I have a doctorate in physical therapy. And then I did have some, maybe 15,000 of student loans from my undergrad degree as well. So doctorate degrees have usually a pretty high interest rate. So between all of them, I think I had a total of 9 different student loans to start, and they had interest rates as high as 7.5%. I think my lowest interest rate was one from undergrad that was 3.5%, but most of them were over 5%. So in the last year, I have paid off $57,164, which is crazy. So that is how much I have put towards my student loans. And when I say I mean me and my husband. So we are a dual income household, and my husband has no student loans. He was very lucky. His parents paid for school, which is awesome. So he has been helping me also pay off my student loans. So currently my balance as of today is $60,155. Now, it took a lot of work to get there. We did a lot of different things, so I kind of want to talk about some of the things we did in order to be able to put so much money towards my loans. So one of the first things we did was just kind of get an idea of the total numbers, get everything listed out. I listed them by total balance and by interest rate, and we started attacking the ones with the highest interest rate. So there's 2 different methods that people use to pay off debt. Some people pay off their lowest balance first, which is the snowball method, and some people pay off the highest interest rate first, which is the avalanche method. We went for the avalanche method because my interest rates were so high on my student loans that it just financially and mathematically, it just made more sense for us to pay it that way. And I know that the benefit of the snowball method is it's more emotionally and mentally better, because you get those small wins in the beginning, which are definitely necessary. But we went for the avalanche method to start. So we listed everything out, took a look at where we were at with all of the loans. And then we started to kind of take a look at our finances in general in terms of how much we were spending per month, how much we were bringing in per month, and how much left over we had that we could throw to the loans. So I just used an Excel spreadsheet to track that, but there's tons of apps that you can use, like Mint or You Need a Budget. There's tons of them. I just use a spreadsheet. And honestly, in the beginning, I just used pen and paper, and then I switched to a spreadsheet. Then once we kind of listed all that stuff, we looked at what we could cut out and how we could spend less money. So we live pretty frugally now, but I would say probably in the first year and a half of our marriage, we definitely spent more on things like going out to eat, getting coffee out, shopping, those sorts of things. We also lived in a bigger place a couple years ago. We had a 3-bedroom that we rented. Now we live in a 1-bedroom. So there's just, we downsize and we try to maintain what we have, and when we do shop for things, we try to go secondhand or as cheaply as possible while still getting quality stuff. So those are some ways that we ended up spending less so that we would have more money to put towards the loans. In addition to finding ways we could spend less, we also tried to bring in more money. So whether that was just through our salaries or through side hustles. So we have a couple different side hustles that we currently use. I'll just mention a few, like Etsy and reselling. If you want specific details about that, I'll make a video on our, like, more details about our side hustles and how much we bring in with those and what we do with those. But that is another way we've been able to pay off so much towards my loans, was not only spending less, but also making more and bringing more money in. So in the past year, we have refinanced my loans. So in February, I refinanced them for the first time. So my interest rate dropped down to 4.3%. Now, granted, the timing of that wasn't amazing because then coronavirus hit and there was 0% interest on student loans for federal student loans, which nobody could have predicted that was going to happen. So it is what it is. I refinanced them. And because they're private, I still had the interest. Now I just refinanced them again, and it's actually just now still going through the application. They're still processing it. But because of everything going on, the interest rates are pretty low in general. So I decided that it was a good idea to try to get an even lower interest rate. And I think my interest rate for this refinance is going to be around 2.5%. So that's pretty good. That should definitely knock off a few $1,000s within this year. So those are some of the things that we have done as we are tackling these student loans in this past year. One other thing that I just wanted to mention is just about a physical therapy degree in general is that the cost of the degree versus the average salary for a new grad physical therapist, the difference is crazy. I believe that, so I'll show this one like infographic that came from WebPT. So over 1/3 of physical therapists have over $100,000 of student loans, which is, I'm one of those. And 3/4 of physical therapists for their first job end up having a salary of between $60,000 to $80,000, and that is where my salary falls in, if you're wondering. So just automatically off the bat, we're kind of at a disadvantage in terms of the amount of loans that we have versus the salary that we get. So the difference has to come somewhere. For me, I'm getting help obviously from my husband, which is great, but being able to spend less and earn more through side hustling or just increasing your income in general is definitely important. So looking forward into the next year, we are hoping that we're able to pay off, I think, all of it in the next year. So that's super exciting. That's our goal. I think I would be happy if it gets paid off by the end of 2021, but I think we'll be able to pay it off by August of 2021. So that is the plan. We're just going to keep on going with what we've been doing for the past year in terms of spending less, earning more, and putting the rest towards the loans. One way that we've been tracking our progress is we made a spreadsheet, and it's an Excel spreadsheet that tracks, your monthly payments and the monthly and end of month balance, and it gives you like a really nice, pretty like visualization of where you're at. And for me, having like those visuals is super motivating. So if you're interested in that, I do have it on my Etsy page, and it's only $4 because if you're buying it, obviously you're in debt. So I wanted to make it affordable, but that's one tool that we've been using to track our progress. So that's everything. That's the outline of my student loan debt and how I have been tackling it and how I plan to continue tackling it. If you have any questions or more specifics that you want to know, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment below. I would love to answer those for you. If you like this video, or if you're in the same boat as me and you also have a crap ton of student loans, please give this video a like so we know we're not alone. And don't forget to subscribe to see more videos. All right, see you in the next one, guys.